Um, there were times when these clashes were not there. It's a competition for resources, scarce resources. Like Mr. Bulama mentioned, animals have to eat. Every living being has to eat. Now, the tendency here, like it has been pointed out, is to go and look for where you can graze your animals and water your animals. And in the process, you encroach into farms, you graze your animals in the farms, etc., etc. There used to be a traditional conflict resolution mechanism. And that mechanism was, look, nobody should take the law into their hands. If your area has been encroached, your farm has been violated, your farm has been eaten, don't retard it immediately. There are traditional authorities where you can lay a complaint. And this had worked since the 60s and early 70s. I know this, I witnessed this as a child, as a growing up adolescent, I witnessed this. Nobody then took the laws into their hands. One. Number two, over time, there has been issues of compromises here and there. And that mechanism, conflict resolution mechanism, somehow broke down because of certain compromises along the line. So people decided, look, if I go there, I will not get justice. But one sensibility has not brought, insensibility cannot bring it. What I mean here is this, that by resorting to self-help, you are just escalating the thing beyond proportion. And that's what we have been witnessing. Everybody will now break the law with impunity. The herder will graze on someone else's, a farmer's land, and the farmer will say, look, I will retaliate. And then there are reprisals attack here and there, and before you know it, it becomes a huge bonfire that consumes communities, destroy properties, destroy life, and break confidence. But otherwise, we have all lived and known the value of livestock in our lives. Animals need spaces. Human beings need spaces. Airport needs spaces. There is no how you can run a business without a given area. Even aeroplanes have to land and take off. They need a space. So therefore, the herder needs a space, the farmer needs a space. How do we come to meet terms? How do we come to meet terms? So we need that traditional conflict resolution mechanism by stakeholder engagement. We have designed a robust program, learning from incidences, from other efforts done by different sectors of the society, and we do believe that by the time we mount a very, very intensive campaign, sensitization, and we cannot do it from sitting by sitting here in Abuja. We have to go through the state governments, in particular local governments and the traditional system. We do know that, I do know that, every herder in this country belongs to one association or the other. You have Magban, you have Kakran, you have the Arno system. Through these institutionalized associations, we should be able to reach them and have stakeholder engagement with them. It's not a question of imposing a solution. It's a question of, look, this is what is happening in the country. It's bringing a lot of havoc. It's bringing bad international image for us. And it's something that we should be able to manage. We should be able to manage. So let's understand and build confidence. We may come out with systems that go to that of compensation here and there. And let me give you an example. In Kenya today, because those who wildlife protection NGOs, if a lion attacks a Maasai cow, the Maasai will normally take his spear and go after the lion. The NGO says no, this lion has to eat, and this is the lion's food. But because the food that the lion has killed belongs to you, so we will compensate you for your cat to leave the lion to go, and that's how they've been able to maintain the lion population there. We can borrow a leaf from there. It's an issue of justice. It's the issue of social justice for both the herder and the farmer.